Hello, race fans, and welcome once again to the last night's Racing League. And here we are in season number 2, round 10, here at the Palace of Speed, the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And they're getting ready for 60 laps of action out here at this 2.51 mile facility. Well, it's a little, the air temperature is cool, 65 degrees, winds gusting at 7 miles an hour. But the track temperature is 101 degrees. Well, that's a interesting combination there, and we're going to see how they handle this huge facility here this evening. They have the, of course, it's fixed setup, and they have the one fast repair, and they have 3 total sets of tires starting the set they start with, and then 2 additional sets. And so we'll have one green flag, green white checker attempt for 60 laps. And as always, thank you for joining us here on Rice Motorsports TV. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And if you want to know when we go live, click that notification bell. And we have a little bit of time here. I think we have maybe about 7 minutes before they start qualifying. And let's head on down to the track. And there's some guys out there now. See, who is that we're looking at? Oh, somebody's up against the wall. That's AJ Green. And so he won't want to do that. There's Lance Hill, currently third fastest with a 58.896. Right behind him, let's see. What's that? Danny Cochran there. He's 5th fastest with a 59.222. Who else is on track? Ryan Ferrara, he's getting ready to come in. Justin Barkley, he's out there. He's 9th quickest right now with a 59.619. There's the 10 of Greg Moore, 11th fastest with a 59.885. Let's put up the timing here so you can see how the guys are doing there with their lap times here in practice. Now, right around just under 6 minutes remaining in the practice session here. There's Colin Forrester. He's 7th quickest right now with a 59.379. Who is that right behind him? Let's see. There's Colin, and the truck right behind him there is Ryan Ferraro. He's back out on track. And they can get some drafting going here. Track is pretty darn flat though, and but they and that wind, that 7 mile an hour wind, that's gonna Forrester into the wall there, and that's going to be interesting. And usually there's a headwind going down the front stretch and a little bit of a tailwind going down the back stretch. And well, we're not sure which way the wind is actually blowing, but it'll be interesting to see how they deal with that today as well. And while we're watching it, we want to give a shout out to our sponsors. Thanks them for their continued support. That would be McConey Setup Shop, Butt Kicker, feel what you've been missing, and Monster Tech, simulation design made in Germany. Now we're showing about 15 cars in the server here right now. More people are starting to come in. I think the points leader just came in. And matter of fact, while we're talking about it, let's go ahead and bring up the points here real quick and see where they stand. Jesse Thornock is your leader right now with 356 points, followed by Dakota Moniz. And boy, Larson Line Motorsports, they're at 1, 2, 3 in the standings there. Ryan Ferraro coming in 3rd, Colin Forrester 4th, Mike Simone 5th, AJ Green in the 6th position, Travis Eccles 7th, Adam Elshire 8th, Michael Pimpera 9th, and Jad Khalif rounds out your top 10. And boy, give a shout out to Jad. He's not here tonight. I think I had heard he had some computer problems. The computer got fried or something, and boy, that's bad news. And so yeah, we'll miss you out there tonight, Jad. And hopefully you're watching maybe on your phone or something, and maybe get a chance to jump in the chat or something like that, or send a chat, online there. But yeah, that'd be an idea if you can get up to the booth. Come on up here. There's plenty of room. And we'll scroll down a little bit more here so you can see your standings here, where your favorite drivers are. I see more people on track now. There's Adam Ailshire. He's currently position is he running here? Let's see. He's 10th fastest with the 59.325. Like they're right in line there, practicing some drafting. Can't tell who is that right behind them. That is the 67. Who is that? 67. That's Justin Barkley. And they're right there behind them. Looks like that is the 4-car. Austin Halsey went right past him there going into turn 1. Oh, boy, they got close there. And AFC did get into the wall, trying to keep off of him there, and we'll see how that plays out tonight. Oh, who was that? Oh my goodness! He just got tagged by somebody. Who was that? Oh my goodness! They probably already jumped back to the pits now already. But that might have been Colin Forrester, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I think that was the 24, perhaps. I think he's on his way back out now already, heading back out onto the track. You have to go around turns 1 and 2 before you can get back out onto the racing surface. And that's the good thing about practice, instant do-over and just go back in and get the truck fixed and head right back on out. And give a shout out to the folks in the chat there. And, we're going to try something here tonight, try to get y'all a little bit more interactive. And if you want to give a shout out to one of your favorite drivers, send a message in the chat. And if we have a caution, sometimes they go pretty long ways without having a caution. But if we have one, we'll try to see if we can get some messages out to your favorite driver out there. Let's see, there's the 8 of Gerald Space. He's 7th fastest with a 59.106. There's Gary Armijo. He's in the 09. He's 13th quickest with a 59.917. Oh, and we're just about to roll into qualifying here, so let's clear the board here, and server's going to get ready to roll over to qualifying here. Now it is private qualifying, and so you can only see one car at a time, and so we'll lock in on somebody as they head out. And I think is that Gary? Yep, Gary's heading on out. I think there are some other guys already on track as well that we can't see. Already got in the grass. Now he may be able to continue. It depends on how strict they have their qualifying settings. They can be strict if you spin or something like that. They'll force you to come back, or you might get a penalty or something. Let's see who else is out there. There's AJ Green. I think he was already out there and he's up to speed. Let's see if he clocks a time here this time when he comes down, and he's on the front stretch here. Let's see if he's going to put a time on the board here. And actually, that looks like the start of his first hot lap. Boy, it takes a while to get around here. 2.51 miles, and it takes a lap or two really to get these trucks wound up. So we'll see. We'll go ahead and put the board up here and see who posts the time first. AJ Green, he might have been one of the first ones out. He may be the first one to put a time on the board. Let's see what happens, making his way down through turns 3 and 4. There he comes onto the front stretch, and this should be his first hot lap. Now, if the other one was a hot lap, if he had touched the wall or anything, then that lap wouldn't have counted anyway. But hopefully he got a time on the board, and there it goes. He's your provisional pole sitter there with a 58.520, and that looks like that was his best, his first hot lap, because he's still under speed here. So trying to see if he can pick that up. The times are coming in here. If they don't want to stay up there, we'll just shut that down for a minute here. Let's see if he picks up on that time. He's still on the provisional pole. We're just about 3 minutes into the 5-minute qualifying session. Let's see if he improves that time. 58.520 is what he's trying to beat. Does he improve? Unfortunately, he does not. 58.6 flat for AJ Green. How about Lance Hill? He's second fastest so far with 58.601. Gerald Space with a good time there. He's third quickest so far, 58.639. And there's Ryan Ferraro. I don't know if he has he might have already finished, or either he has a connection issue there. Let's look a little further back. There's Adam Elshire. He's sixth fastest. Already has one time on the board there, that 58.912. See if he can improve on that. Coming down the front stretch here. As he crosses the line, let's see if he picks up on that time. Sixth fastest at the moment. And looks like he's going to stay there. Could not improve on that 58.912, so that will be his time. And from the looks of it, I don't see too many other folks on track. Mike Simone, is he on track? Okay, he's still on track. He's eighth fastest right now, 58.938. He'll be looking to try. Okay, looks like he's already shut it down. So he's done with his qualifying. And that may be it, because I don't really see too many other folks out on the track at all. So before we roll over to for them gridding up, we'll go ahead and take a pause here for our national anthem. All right, trucks are gridding up on the field, and Waiting for the pace car for them to roll up. I think we're waiting for one guy to get out there, and as they're getting ready to get going, let's go ahead and take a look at your starting lineup. On the pole is AJ Green. He held on to that pole position with a 58.520. Lance Hill starting second. Gerald Space third. Ryan Ferraro fourth. Fifth is Danny Cochran. Sixth is Jesse Thornock. Seventh position is Adam Elshire. Mike Simone is in the ninth position. Justin Barkley is ninth. Austin Halsey rounds out the top 10. Then we have Dakota Moniz 11th. Greg Moore is in the 12th position. 13th we have Colin Forrester. Travis Eccles 14th. He didn't post a time. 14th, 15th, and 16th didn't post a time. Dave Bonnet is out there 15th. And Gary Armijo starting in the 16th position. Now each team is color coded, and in fact, we can actually bring up that grid, and you can see where where everyone is, the different team colors, and get an idea of where the team members are. Those cars in the gray, they're I believe they're independent drivers there. So everybody's well dispersed throughout the field this time as far as team members. So we'll see how this works out for them. Making their way through turns 3 and 4 here. Here they go, waiting for that green flag. Pace car is in. We got the green flag, and we are running here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. Off on lap 1 of 60 laps. AJ Green, he got off to a good start. I mean, he must have timed it perfectly, because it almost like he was going before everybody else was, but he didn't get a penalty or anything for jumping the start, I don't think. But man, he really, you could see him really nail it when that green flag came out. And but Lance Hill is right there. And Hill, he's running for Vortex Theory, trying to keep pace there with the 48 machine. And now he's making a move, trying to see if he can get that first place. Going down into turn 1. Now he's still in second. Couldn't quite make that pass, but he's hanging in there with Green. Let's look behind him here. Boy, they're starting to space out from the rest of the pack. Let's go back to third place Ryan Ferraro. Now into the third position. That's Gerald Space right behind him in the 8 truck. I think they're starting to get a little bit of a gap between them and Jesse Thornock. That's one of Ferraro's teammates right there, running 5th. He's got Danny Cochran right behind him. Oh boy, Cochran was right there on the bumper of Thornock. Drag race down the front stretch, see if he can get that 5th position. Or he's showing 6th, I'm sorry. That's Austin Halsey. My correction there. The 4 truck was trying to get that 6th position from the 2, and looks like he's going to get it as they make their way through turns 2. He will pick up that 6th position. And meanwhile, up the front, Hill did get by A.J. Green. He finally managed to get by him and have a new leader on this lap here. They come around to the start-finish line to start lap 4. It will be Lance Hill, now your leader. And looks like Hill has put it into another gear here, folks. He's trying to march away from Green here at the moment. They both are marching away from the rest of the pack. Let's look back at 3rd place Ryan Ferraro. He's trying to put a little space between him and Gerald Space. No pun intended. Gerald Space is not having it, though. He's rocketing down on the inside as they go into 3. And say, you know what, I will take that spot. Thank you very much. Gerald Space back up into 3rd position there. And it's Ferraro's teammate, Austin Halsey. He's now in the 5th position. So Larson line, they're doing pretty good. They've got 3 of their 4 teammates right up there in the top 10. Jesse Thornock's right there behind Halsey in the 6th spot. And behind Jesse, you got Danny Cochran in the 2 truck running 7th. Oh, and now, Cochran's in the wall there just a little bit. He's continuing on. Folks dodged a little bit to get around him in case he you can see a little bit of right front fender damage on the 2 truck there. He should be able to continue with that, I hope. You can see it knocked in just a little bit of a scrape, not too bad. And these guys are staying pretty packed together. Nice straight line there going down the front stretch. Let's look a little further back in the field. There's Greg Moore, the 10 truck, in the 13th position. He's followed by the 75 of David Bonnet. Then we have Gary Armijo back there in the 15th position. And Travis Eccles is riding shotgun on the field at the moment in the 16th position. He might be losing a little pace. You know, you can get a draft here. The straightaways are long enough, and it's almost like he's kind of sitting out there by himself right now. So he's just going to have to deal with it for the time being. Meanwhile, up the front, boy, Lance Hill, almost 1.5 seconds ahead of A.J. Green. There he is, and there's Green right there. Several truck lengths behind the 44. And here comes Gerald Space. They're all spaced out quite nicely. They come to the 4-car Austin Halsey, now up into the 4th position. And he's followed by 2 of his teammates. That's Jesse Thornock and Ryan Ferraro, running 5th and 6th respectively. Colin Forrester in that 7th position, followed by Mike Simone in that 27 truck running in the 8th spot. A little bit of a battle going on back there. Let's see what's going on here. There's David Bonnet in the 51. He's got Danny Cochran there behind them. He's battling with Adam Elshire there, the 11 truck. Elshire, he's about to get overhauled by the 10, but Greg Moore as well. Elshire moving in the wrong direction just a little bit. There's Gary Armijo. He's behind them, watching everything unfold in front of him there. Let's go back up midfield here. There's Mike Simone in there. That's a train running right there right now. And they're pretty much running nose to tail, not right on top of each other, but kind of just rolling along here. It is a long ways to go. We're only on lap 8 of 60. So now is probably the time everybody's just settling in here and getting underway here. It'll be interesting to see how the tires hold up through a fuel run. And that, at the risk of the announcer's curse, I think I get the feeling, though, they may get a lot of green flag running. So, yeah, that's right, folks. I said it. I know what happened before. I jinxed. I brought on a big jinx before, but, you know, that's just what I believe. Because they're running all pretty good here. Nobody's making any kind of desperate moves or anything, trying to get by anybody. But they all know that they have that one faster pair. They need to hold on to that as long as they possibly can. Let's look a little further up. There's Jesse Thornlock. Now he's trying to catch Colin Forrester. He's got his teammate right behind him, Ryan Ferraro. Now just about half a second behind the 24th truck. See, there's Justin Barkley. I'm not sure if he's on a team right now or not. He's not showing. No, his graphics aren't showing him assigned to a team. Currently running just inside the top 10. Dakota Moniz is in the 10th position. David Bonnet right there behind him. There's Dave Bonnet, Team Shavoda. And Barbara McLaughlin. I don't see Sean out there tonight, Barbara. I don't know where he is. He didn't. Maybe he couldn't make the race or for some reason. And I believe that's one of David's teammates. And so he's out there, and Greg Moore, he's out there, Team Shavoda, and Gerald Space is out there. So they've got 3 trucks out there representing the team. Gerald having the best run so far, running very well up in that 3rd spot. And he's over 2.5 seconds behind A.J. Green, but he's 1.3 ahead of Austin Halsey, racing for Larson Line Motorsports. So representing Team Shavoda very well there at this point in the race. We're 12 laps in. There's Halsey trying to close in on the 8 truck. Riding along with Austin Halsey. Very smooth entry and exit out of the corners. Getting the power down pretty good there. And that gap, though, it's actually starting to grow just a little bit. It got up to, for a fraction of a second there, it got up to 1.7. Now it's 1.61. So they're fairly equal, you know. And he might be getting a little bit in the corners just a little bit. Now it's down to 1.53. And if he gets close enough, he just might sniff a draft there. And now Colin Forrester's now made his way up to the 5th spot. But he's got Jesse Thornock right there behind him. Okay, Barbara McLaughlin giving us an update on Sean. He's a lineman up there. You said lineman. I guess you're talking about for the power company, and he's out there helping to keep that power on. We sure appreciate him being out there. And I know they've got a lot of weather up north there. That nor'easter tearing through there, and hope everybody stays safe out there. Daniel Green in the chat giving a shout out to Travis Eccles. You can see he had some surgery there, and he's glad to see him back on track, and he's still racing along, and he may be back there right now, but all he needs is a caution, and that will change that. Lance Hill, he continues to lead. Boy, that gap is now 5.4 seconds. And I mean, he is definitely put it into another gear. AJ Green is almost in another zip code now, and he's still running in second. But Gerald Space is trying to close that gap down. Now it's less than just under a second, trying to see if he can pull up to that number 48 truck there. We're 15 laps in here now, going through turns 3 and 4. That gap is now, it was 7/10 of a second, and now it's 6/10. Boy, he is reeling in AJ Green. Gerald Space having a very good run so far here tonight at Indianapolis. AJ Green trying to, I'm sure he's pedaling as hard as he can. Oh, and he gets into the wall. That's not going to help his cause there. And now there goes Space right on by Green back to the third spot. Gerald Space now picks up the second position. Green may be in a little bit of trouble. There's Austin Halsey now. He's going to draw a bead on the 48 truck as well. He may not have a lot of mechanical damage, but he might have a little bit of aero damage since he tagged that wall. We don't know how much that affects the aero here at this track. But we'll see what happens. That's a 0.6 gap now between Halsey and Green. And that is very slowly starting to creep down a little bit. It's fluctuating between 0.5 and 0.6. So he may not be affected too much, but the initial contact with that wall got him, obviously had to check up a little bit and lost some momentum. And that allowed Space to get on by. And he's just barely maintaining about a 6/10 gap between him and AJ Green. No, but we're still green. No one has pitted yet. The leader's Lance Hill. He's crossing the line to start lap 18 now, I believe. I think he just crossed the line. So we're now on lap 18. It'll be interesting to see how far they can go. Let's look at this battle back here. And these guys are going after. There's Jesse Thornock. And right behind them, Mike Smith and Justin Barkley. They're starting to get into it. Boy, Barkley, he is right there. Trying to pick the right time to make a move here. And right behind them is David Bonnet in that 8th position. So right now, we have 2 teams that have 2 team members in the top 10. That would be Team Shavoda and Larson Line Motorsports. Lance Hill. Hold on a second. I'm sorry. Gerald Space and David Bonnet for Team Shavoda, and Lance Hill and Adam Ailshire for Vortex Theory. And then the 3rd team is Austin Halsey and Jesse Thornock, Larson Line Motorsports. So those are your 3 teams that have at least 2 of their team members in the top 10. Ryan Ferraro and Dakota Moniz are right there. They're not nose to tail, but they're running 11th and 12th. And I don't know if you would say Dakota's been struggling or not, but he's kind of been back there the last 2 races or so. And because a lot of time we will see him up there, and there's the 2 car of Danny Cochran right there behind him. He may be setting him up for a pass here, folks. And but Dakota, he's been he hasn't exactly been like really up in the top 5 in the last couple of races, you know. And it may just be the tracks that they're going to right now may not be his strongest tracks. And we're doing I think we're, like I said before, I think we're in a lot of green flag running here. Trying to keep some space between him and Cochran. Let's look a little further up. There's Mike Simone in the 4th spot. And he's almost a second. Now he is a second, over a second. Oh, green flag pit stops. He's coming in. Everybody's coming in. Here we go. There's your leader, Gerald Space. Coming down pit road. More folks in. There's Austin Halsey. There goes, that was Mike Simone. There's Danny Cochran making his way down pit road. Travis Eccles making his way down. Down there, Gerald Space. And he's got his fuel. Not sure if he took tires. He might have took tires, or he might have just got fuel. Let's see. Everybody else is already on their way back out, so didn't get a chance to look to see if anybody. Let's see. Travis Eccles. He's on pit road. It doesn't look like he's getting tires either. Look like he's just getting fuel, trying to make that pit stop just as quick as possible and get out there. So now Ryan Ferraro, he was your leader. Now they're coming in. Him, Dakota Moniz, right there behind them. 2 teammates coming in together. And I think Greg Moore is behind them as well. There's Ferraro, and there's Moniz directly behind him. Greg Moore making his way down. Boy, that's a long pit road. And that will cycle around Lance Hill. Now, Lance Hill actually pitted on lap 19. And when we saw, who was it? I think we saw Gerald Space. He was leading at the time, but Lance Hill had already pitted a lap before. And so that's why Gerald Space was being shown as your leader. More on his way out, but pit stops have just about everybody has been in now, so pit stops have cycled around. Lance Hill continues to lead this race, now just about 7 seconds ahead of A.J. Green. Green in that 2nd position. Austin Halsey is a ways back. He's got Gerald Space right there behind him, and Jesse Thornock. So Space, he's got the 2 Larson Line drivers, one in front and one in behind them to deal with. And Jesse Thornock, let's see if he can do something with the 8 truck here. Oh, he's going to step out. Take a look here. Let's see what happens. Making their way down to turn 3. He's going to have the position here to get by him. Space is going to have to take that high line. Can he hold on? Oh, and they almost get together. Boy, that was close. He is just going to beat Thornock through turns 3 and 4. Boy, wow, Gerald Space holding on, fighting hard for that fourth space and holding on to it. Good driving there by Space and Thornock. Now in lap 24 of 60, actually getting close to the halfway point here. Now that lead seems to have settled down. It's kind of leveled off here around 7 seconds. Now just about 7.1 actually. And not too much AJ Green can do right now, and it's almost like they're pretty much out there by themselves. There he is, and there is Austin Halsey right there in third. And we have Gerald Space and Jesse Thornock running 4th and 5th. There's Mike Simone. Oh, what's going on back here? Adam Aylshire. And they're all trying to dodge, break the draft of each other. Aylshire is trying to hold on to Colin Forrester. Not letting that 24 truck go. Boy, Colin got to be careful there. Almost tagged the wall. Aylshire pulling right up on the bumper of the 24. And now Adam Aylshire, he does eventually get around the 24. And now Forrester has to deal with Justin Barkley. So Forrester not going in the direction he wants to go here at the moment. Let's go up here to your top 5. There's Austin Halsey running 3rd. Now he's 4.3 seconds behind AJ Green and 1.3 ahead of Jesse Thornock, but that's teammates. So, you know they're gonna be happy to run nose to tail for a while. Gerald Space now back to the 5th position, trying to get closer to Thornock there. Here they go down into turn 1. And I really did not see anyone. It didn't look to me like anyone took any tires on that first round of pit stops. So that'll be interesting to see. And let's go back there. There's Adam Aylshire trying to break that draft once again of our Colin Forrester. He's keeping Forrester back there. Now it was around half a second until he got into the turn and had to get out of the gas. Forrester trying to pull back up there. There goes Aylshire once again. And if you do that zigzag, you got to make sure that you don't zig when you should have zagged, especially when you get to the end of that straight, because you got to be set up for that corner entry. And if you're out of position, then you're definitely going to hand a position to whoever it is that's chasing you. Forrester now look like he's got a head of steam built up here. Let's see what happens here. He's just about making contact with the 11. And he was didn't try to attempt a pass there. Let's see what happens this time to go down the front stretch. Remember I was saying there's more of a headwind down the front stretch than the back stretch. I think that's why he's not sucking up to the 11 as much on the front stretch. Let's watch this again as they go down the back stretch. I think he's going to pull up to him just a little bit more. Let's see what happens here. I think they're both going to get a little bit of a tailwind. Although Ailshire, he is pulling out as just over half a second. And it sounded like the truck just wound up a little bit more on the backstretch. I think they're getting a little bit of a tailwind on that backstretch. Jump up here to AJ Green, and he is comfortably in that second position. Boy, that gap is now 9 seconds from him to Lance Hill in first. And he's got Austin Halsey just by 2.2 seconds. But boy, Lance Hill, man, he is on a rail here tonight, folks. And we're actually at the halfway point. We're on lap 30 of 60. And I don't think any of these guys have taken tires yet. They're definitely, this is definitely a fuel mileage thing here. And he's making his way through turns 3 and 4. Coming out of 4 now. As he comes to the line, he will start the second half of this race here. Now lap 31 into the second half of this 60 lap event here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. And while he's racing along, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break, and we'll be right back. You're watching last night's Racing League Season 2, round number 10 here at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, right here on Rice Motorsports TV.
We are back at North Wilkesboro, North Carolina, where the field is rolling out for the start of today's 400-lap race on this 0.625-mile racetrack. And just as the field comes all around turn number 4, the sunshine peeks through, helping warm things here. Bill Elliott leads him down. Benny Parsons on the outside. The green flag flies, and the first Union 400 Winston Cup race from North Wilkesboro is underway. Everybody nicely through turns number 1 and 2 as Bill Elliott has the lead, and Dale Earnhardt has jumped into second position, followed by Benny Parsons and Bobby Allison. So here we go. It's just about to go away. They bump coming out of turn 4. Earnhardt gets the lead. We had just heard from our spotters that Neil Bonnet. Dale Earnhardt is on his last lap. This will be his 24th career win. Dale Earnhardt wins the first Union 400 at North Wilkesboro.
Okay, folks, we are back. And there's Dave Bonnet running in 7th position, trying to catch the 27 of Mike Simone. And that's his teammate, Gerald Space, right there. Simone is in the middle between those two Team Savota trucks. Oh, it looks like Simone almost got into the wall there. Mike Simone having a little trouble. And he's going to lose a position to David Bonnet. Bonnet now up to the 6th position. I don't think he actually touched the wall. Doesn't look like there's any damage there. Yeah, the right front looks pretty clean, but he did lose a lot of momentum. And now see, your top two drivers pitted on lap 19. Then your third and fourth pitted on lap 20. In fact, third through sixth pitted on lap 20. Actually, through seventh pitted on lap 20. And everybody pretty much pitted lap 19 or 20. So that's how far they I guess it was the fuel from the looks of it. It looked like everybody's handling is pretty good. So that may be as far as the fuel. They're running 70% fuel tonight. So that may be as far as they can go, perhaps. Nobody else is in yet. So maybe another, I don't know, maybe another 6 laps or so, we're going to start seeing some green flag pit stops here. A little further back here, there's Greg Moore running in the 14th position. He's got Travis Eccles right there behind him. Eccles now up to the 15th position. Gary Armijo is behind Eccles, running 16th. Every single truck is still on track, no retirements. Great to see that. Lance Hill has not turned down the juice yet, folks. He is now up to 11.5 seconds, and it seems like it's slightly growing, continuing to grow over, which is now second place. Austin Halsey, he's just got by overpowered AJ Green. Halsey now into the second position. Green in a little trouble here now. He's got a Larson Line truck in front and rear. Jesse Thornock right behind him. Good team battles going on here. Good to see all the teams have at least one driver, looks like at least one driver running in the top 10. Well, I'm trying to decide what is he going to do with the 48 here. And now we're only 25 laps remaining. I'm guessing somewhere around that 20 to lap go range. We're gonna start seeing some folks coming in here. Now, if you're watching, let's see, if you're watching on your computer, go ahead and fire up the race on your smartphone there and scroll down to the description. There's a link in the description for live timing and scoring, and you can see a lot more information of who's on track and who's pitted, and and where people are, and so a lot of good information there for you. And or if you're on your phone, fire up your PC and log on in. And I think we got somebody on pit road, Gerald Space. Okay, he's the first coming on down. Green flag pit stop number 2. Right now, he is the only one. So when he comes out, he's gonna he's thinking he can go about 23 laps. Now he's getting tires as well. Still the only truck in, and he's let's see where he is. He's in 13th position so far. It takes that long for everybody to get around there, and so he's not in danger of actually losing a lap. It's going to be close though. He's 13th. The leader's right behind him coming on turn 1. There's the leader right there. You see right there behind him on track. He still has to go through turns 1 and 2 on the pit exit lane. And there at 44 is going to pass him, and he will go, now just went a lap down. But of course, you know that he has to stop. Hill is going to have to stop. And you know what? This Hill is dominant as he has been. There's no way he's going to go another 23 laps. And Boy, I tell you, if this turns out to be a fuel mileage deal, uh, there's nothing he's going to be able to do about it. And so far, nobody else has come in. So Gerald Space, that's going to be interesting to see how that plays out for him, because I'm thinking he has made the commitment to just go to the end here. And not sure if he's going to have to try to easily got around your leader, got his back on the lead lap. And, of course, he has those fresh tires. No point in fighting him. But, man, it's going to be interesting to see if he's going to have to do any fuel saving to get to the end, because it kind of seems like he's short pitted. Nobody else has come in yet. He's about to complete one full lap here, I believe. And see some puffs of smoke. I think that's just the internet connection for the driver ahead of him. Still nobody else on pit road. And who is that blink? Somebody's blinking out there in front of him. I think that's Gary Armijo blinking in front of him. Yep, that was Gary blinking. And now Lance Hill is making his way in. One lap later. And now he's coming down pit road. And let's see if he takes tires or just gets fuel. Man, the pace that he was going, does he even really need tires? Because I don't think once everybody cycles around, he seems to have been easily. A lot of folks coming in on pit road now. And from the looks of it, it looks like he just got fuel only. He did not get any tires. I did not see that. I didn't see the left sides go up. He might have got rights, but I didn't see the left side go up at all. On his way back out, AJ Green lighting him up as he heads on out. There's Mike Simone. And I think they discovered, like, hey, these trucks are doing good. We're getting some excellent tire wear here. More guys coming in. Here comes two Larson Line Motorsport trucks here. Jesse Thornock and Austin Halsey and David Bonnet there right behind them. As they come down pit road, Jesse Thornock a little bit further down to get to his pit box. He's way out there too, and he is getting tires. Now Ryan Ferraro at the moment, he's your leader. Last pitted on lap 21. And he's going to have to stop. There's no way he can go another 20 laps. So the person we're going to be looking at here is Gerald Space. He was the first one to pit, and he's currently running 9th. He's worked his way up to 9th. And let's see, where is actually Hill? Lance Hill is showing in the 3rd position. Okay, that's okay. Well, you know what? He was so far ahead. I was thinking that Gerald Space was going to be able to get up there, but he was so far ahead. He probably had time to come in and get fuel and not really lose anything. So I was thinking that Gerald Space was going to cycle out into the lead, but I don't think that's going to be the case here, because he had such a huge lead. It's still like he's 11 seconds behind Dakota Moniz, but Dakota, he still has to pit. He pitted on lap 21, and Lance Hill, he's just right there, just waiting for that to happen. AJ Green is once again back in the 3rd spot, and Jesse Thornock is not far behind. There he is right there. He's got Mike Simone directly behind him and teammate Austin Halsey. So they've got, not sure if they got tires or not, but he might put a battle up there with Simone there for that 5th position. Is their teammate, and their teammate's just coming in the pit road. Here comes Moniz down on pit road. And so that's going to cycle them through. And as they make their way, he's coming down the front stretch now. Lance Hill will once again take the lead and move everybody up. And Austin Hulsey has already gotten around Mike Simone. So Larson Line Motorsports is running at the moment. Well, they just passed their teammate on pit roads, and now they're running third and fourth. And Dakota, he's in. He might have gotten right side tires. We clicked there just as he was leaving his pit box. It wasn't too long a pit stop, though. Right now, he's still showing in the 10th position. Ryan Ferraro, one of his teammates, is closing fast, and there he is right there. We just saw him. And actually, he just about to go by, I think. Getting close anyway. There's his teammate. And he's going to come out. He's going to come out in 10th, and he may let his teammate by. I don't know. They both need to. They'd like to try to catch Adam Elshire and get by him so that they can both be in the top 10 there for their team. Right now, they're just kind of working together from the looks of it. Meanwhile, up the front, Lance Hill, that gap is, the gap was 8 seconds. And you know what, folks? It is coming down. It is 8. Now it is 7.9. And Jesse Thornock is in the second position there. I don't know if he got tires and Hill didn't, but that gap, now it looks like the gap is kind of leveled off now. It's 7.6 seconds, and it hasn't continued to drop. Now, I don't know if something happened with Hill and he just lost some momentum there for a while, but it's holding around 7.6 seconds. Now, AJ Green, more headaches for the 48. And boy, he's got Austin Hulsey all over him. He goes wide. Hulsey drives to the inside. There's also, who is that? That's actually Mike Simone behind AJ Green now. And now Simone's going to make a move on the 48. AJ, he's a pretty aggressive, but pretty strong driver. But he's getting worked over a little bit today here at Indy. You don't usually see him losing positions a whole lot. And how about who is that? The 27. Who is that behind him? That's Travis Eccles. Now Eccles, though, he's a lap down. Greg Moore, Eccles, and Gary Armijo are one lap down, so he's not actually racing for position there. Okay, Ryan Ferraro and Dakota Moniz, they did get by Colin Forrester. And so now all 4 Larson Line Motorsports trucks are in the top 10. I guess you could say that's mission accomplished. Right now, they're almost bookending the top 10. 2 at the back and 2 just about at the front. Jesse Thornock, that gap is 7.1 now, and there's 15 laps remaining. It kind of makes you wonder, does he have anything for Lance Hill? Can he run down the 44 truck? Gap is now 6.97, right around, fluctuating right into about 7 seconds. I know he's probably going as fast as he possibly can. It may come down to the tires, folks. Who's going to have the most tires at the end of this event? We're now 14 laps to go. The gap is 6.6 seconds. He kind of left his teammate there. Mike Simone, now he's got Greg Moore. Moore's not on the lead lap. He's battling hard with AJ Green there. He's able to stay in front of the 48, but they're both trying to get around the 10. Simone trying to hold on to that 4th spot. AJ Green gets around the 10. Everybody's kind of settled down there. They're all spaced out pretty good. There's Dave Bonnet. He's now 6th position. His teammate, Gerald Space, man, he was really up there in that top 5 and really having a good run early on. But he's kind of gotten shuffled back to the 7th position, and he's about 15 seconds out of 1st place. So right now, I guess the goal is just, get to the finish here. AJ Green still battling with Mike Simone there for that 4th position. Can't really close in on the 27 though. He's kind of just sticking to him like a shadow there, but oh, Simone had a problem. Oh, boy, they got close. Green trying to take advantage of it on the outside. I think he's going to get him as they go into turn 3. Let's see if Simone can recover here. He might have had to get out of it to avoid hitting the wall. And at a track like this, it was almost like a plate track, any kind of hesitation like that, and you'll pay dearly for it. He's probably lucky that there weren't any other trucks like really close behind them for him to lose more positions. In fact, Green he's now less than a second from Austin Hulsey. So he's trying to crank it back up here and see if he can, folks been passing him, like, it's time for me to do some passing and see if he can dig down deep here and get some more out of that 48 truck. Now within half a second of the Ford truck of Austin Hulsey. May have been trying to save his tires as much as possible. Boy, and as we watch that, boy, Jesse Thornock, he is less than 6 seconds now from Lance Hill, 5.9 seconds behind the 44. But he's running out of time. It's 10 laps remaining now. You can see on your track map, Thornock just coming on to the backstretch. You can see Hill there. He's getting close to turn 3. So he's kind of got him in sight there just a little bit. There he is now going through 3. And, it's almost like blood in the water when you can see your opponent. You get close enough that you can actually see him. It's almost like a target. And they're like, yep, there he is. That's who I'm trying to get right there. No lap car, no nothing. But it will be 9 to go as Hill crosses the line. And now here comes Jesse Thornock. That gap now 5.6 seconds. He is slowly closing in. But I don't know. I don't know if he's going to have enough laps. Unless Lance Hill, unless his tires start falling off in a big way. Sometimes you hit that wall if you because I don't think he got tires at all. And but I tell you, if you hit that cliff and those tires fall off, they could fall off. They could go away in a hurry. And but he seems like he's really been doing good with the car. Let's jump on board with him here. He seems really smooth with the acceleration off the corners there, and Probably been doing a really good job of just saving his tires in the run. And sometimes you gotta have that tire management. And you can see second place Jesse Thornock, that little dot back there. That gap is still coming down though. It's just about 5.3 seconds. He's gaining a couple of tenths a lap, but you know what? That's not enough, folks. If Hill is able to keep up this pace right here, that's simply not going to be enough for Jesse to catch him. Making his way through turn 4. Across the line, there'll be 7 laps remaining for the 44. And he's probably just hoping, oh, let's just get to the end of this thing. And you know they don't want to see a caution. That would be the last thing he would need right now. And everybody's so spaced out, and they've been doing a great job. And I think we're going to see a good one here tonight, folks. Now 7 remaining. That gap is now 4.84. Look at, you can start to see they're in the same frame of picture. There he is. There's Jesse Thornock. Boy, he is like 4.8 seconds. I mean, he is probably driving the wheels off of that thing, trying to see if he can run down the 44. And it looks like he lost like 4.8, 4.9 seconds. Well, going back now, Austin Halsey, he's got, who's that behind him? That's A.J. Green. He is fighting to hold on to that third spot. A.J. has caught him, and this is probably one of the closest battles on the track right now. 6 laps remaining. Man, he had blown by A.J. earlier in the race with ease. And now it's no time to leave anything on the table. You got to turn up the wick as much as possible and do his best to keep that Ford truck in that third position. The gap keeps fluctuating between Hill and Thornock, 4.4 seconds now between those two. Now 4.3. Oh no, he gets into Halsey. Oh man, what a save. Oh my goodness. That was one heck of a save. Wow. Hats off to Austin Halsey. The race isn't over yet, and he just avoids the wall. He might have had to gather it up. It might have hurt his tires. Doggone. AJ Green's gonna, I think he's gonna be set up now. Has a good position to get in there. Halsey's fighting on the outside. He is not conceding that position just yet. They're door to door, going down through turns 3 and 4. Here they come off of 4. Drag race down the front stretch. Boy, look at this, folks. Is this a stock car race, or we're at the drag strip? Man, this has got to be the closest battle on track right now. Okay, Green gets the position for now, and now Austin Halsey, see if he can work his way back to the inside. 4 laps remaining. The gap continues to close at the front. Now 2.9. Something's going on up the front. We got to jump up there and see. Look at Jesse Thornock. He's getting ever closer. Now 2.5 seconds to Lance Hill. There he is, and there's Hill right there in front of him. Remember, I told you, folks, those tires might be falling off for the 44 truck. Let's go back to Halsey. Halsey's now back in front of the 48 of AJ Green, trying to get back into a rhythm here. And they're racing behind him as well, Mike Simone. He's battling there with the 57 of David Bonnet. I'm sorry, 51 of David Bonnet. Gerald Space is right there. I'm sorry. Where did I click on? Gerald Space. He's in 7th, but he's quite a ways back, though. Let's go back up the front here. Halsey now pulling out a nice gap, 2/10 on Green. Jesse Thornock. Boy, he is less than a second away. 3 laps to go, and he is run down the 44 of Lance Hill, who has been almost unstoppable in this race. 3 laps to go. He may be a sitting duck, folks. There's Hill in the white truck. There's Thornock in the black and silver or chrome truck. And I believe that's a lap car behind them, Adam Aylshire. He's actually the lucky dog position. Now 2 laps remaining. He's getting ever closer. Let's jump back here. Boy, Austin Halsey is in the battle of his life as well. AJ Green pressing hard on the outside, trying his best to hold on to that 3rd position. And he does. He manages to hold on. We're getting reports that Gerald Space crashed. He must have went off in the infield. Thornock's right there. Boy, he is right on him now, folks. And they should get the white flag this time when they come to the line. I think he's going to get him. Here we go. Oh, and he tried to go to the inside and block. Thornock on the outside. Oh, boy, coming down to the last turn. White flag is in the air, and there's Adam Aylshire. He's not even on the lead lap. He should stay out of that. That might have cost Thornock a little bit because Aylshire was pretty close going into that turn. Here they go again. Racing down the backstretch. Personally, I think the 44 has the preferred line going into turn 3. If Jesse Thornock can make it work, he's going to have to make it happen right now as they come out of boy, look at him. He just, oh, that was super close. And he just rockets past the 44. And he rockets down, coming down the front stretch. Now half a second ahead is nothing to stop him now. He's going to come to the line. Jesse Thornock is going to be your winner here at Indy. And there's Austin Halsey. He is going to hold on for that 3rd position. And David Bonnet, he takes 4th from AJ Green. But Jesse Thornock is your winner here tonight, folks. Now we're going to have to, it's showing, let's see, we're gonna do something here. That gap is showing 0.00. So we're gonna have to we're gonna clear out our timing and scoring tower. We're gonna have to look at the official iRacing interface just to make sure that that we're showing the right thing here. Let's bring up the results. Thornock, Hill, Austin Halsey. Yep, David Bonnet did get past AJ Green. So that we are accurate there. Man, what a finish for the 14 truck. I didn't think he was going to have time, and doggone if he didn't come down to the last couple of laps. Boy, we got to get these guys into the victory lane here. So we'll get Austin, move him up there, and let's see. We'll move Jesse up there as well. And then got to find Lance Hill, if he's in the chat here. There he is. And we'll move him on up. And we're going to head on down there with them. Okay, folks, we're here in Victory Lane with our top three, Jesse Thornock, Lance Hill, and Austin Hulsey. Hey, Jesse, you got a copy?
I got you.
Man, what a finish. Good grief, man. I mean, it was tough enough battling Lance there, and then Adam Elshire was right there, and I'm not that he was getting away or anything, but man, for him to be so close to all of that going on, and that last move on the inside, that was epic. And good grief, man, did you felt like you had a chance to catch him all along?
Yeah, I have to assume he was saving fuel because I mean he pit a lap before me and I just ran out getting back here to the line. I couldn't even do burnout, so I think saving, and that just allowed me to get a little more, and I don't know, maybe it built a little confidence or something. And man, I don't know, but that was awesome.
Yeah, man. Well, congratulations on the win, man. And I tell you, and that was you guys really fought hard and clean though. But man, that was some good racing there for sure. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Shout out to my teammates, Ryan, Dakota, and Austin, and Danny's in here with us too. He's like a charter for us, but he's in our awesome running with them, and my family, my wife, my son Cash, and everybody on your stream. Thanks for everybody tuning in over there, and to you, thanks for broadcasting.
10-4, man. Well, y'all put on a great show, and man, that was something, man. Flag to flag, green flag running, and that is awesome to see as well. So great job, everybody, on that, and congratulations, and we'll see you next week.
We'll see you next week.
Hey, Lance, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you.
Man, I tell you, it's kind of like heartbreak. I mean, was it the tires or was it the fuel? And there's something. I mean, you had such a command of that race. I mean, you truly were the class of the field. And so, what happened after that last pit stop?
Yeah, it was really a mixture of both fuel and tires. There at the end, I thought I was gonna be able to make it on fuel, and I ended up making it, a hair. But tires ended up not, being as good, and he also seemed like he had a little bit more save than I did. On that last pit stop, it's just pretty much as simple as the other ones was.
With 10-4, yeah. Did you like change tires only one time during the race?
No, I changed them the first time and second time.
Okay, then we just missed it. Okay, because we were looking at some of the stops. It looked like some of the guys weren't even changing tires, and I was like, wow. I mean, the tire wear is that good? But I mean, because everybody was running very well out there. We saw a couple of folks tag the wall, but y'all put on a great show, man. Green flag all the way from start to finish, man. So great job for everybody. But yeah, man, I tell you, I think at one point you had about 11-second gap on whoever was running. I think AJ Green at the time, and I was starting to think, well, when is he going to start lapping folks here? And but I tell you, man, that was just an impressive run there, regardless of the finish. But yeah, great job tonight, though.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, it's very, very heartbreaking to do everything we've done tonight, and lose it there in the last corner. That's just very, very heartbreaking.
Well, as close as you guys were, and Jesse made that move, and he was going to have to go for it if he thought he had the tires, and he had the space. He did have space to just get through there, so. And kudos for him on that. It was a daring pass, but neither one of you got out of shape, and you all got to the finish line, and you definitely deserved to at least finish second. After everything you've done tonight, and so that was just a great job. But congratulations. Anybody you want to give a shout out to?
Yeah, I want to thank my parents for just letting me do this. I want to thank my teammates, Shane Weldon, Justin Barkley, Adam Elshire in the 11. Just very, very good teammates. Just want to thank y'all for broadcasting and everyone coming out.
10-4, man. Well, congratulations. I know this is not going to be the first time we see you in Victory Lane, and we'll see you next week and see what happens then.
All right, thank you.
Hey, Austin, you got a copy?
What's up, Tony? How you doing?
Man, I tell you, boy, you guys putting on a great show here tonight, man. And I tell you, that was a good run, and boy, you're having a nice little battle there with AJ at the end. I was like, man.
I think the discussion of who's better between me and AJ has been proven tonight. I hope AJ sees that one. Yeah, but no, it was a weird track. Honestly, running here is interesting with the tracks, I'll say the least. I feel like you're plowing like every single turn, but man, we worked really hard. We practiced a bunch. We gave each other a bunch of inside information, and again, couldn't have asked for a better team, honestly. And what a race by Jesse at the end. I don't know how he did that at the end. Gaining it was like 9 seconds or 8 seconds on the lead like that. It's insane.
Yeah, I tell you, man. I think he must have just a little bit more tire left or something. The way it was, and plus I think Lance was also saying he had to fuel save a little bit, so might not have been able to push as hard. But man, boy, you wait till you see the replay. That was a that was a dive that was a dive for the ages, man. And I'm glad it worked out for everybody, because everybody that finished where they finished, they deserved to get there, because everybody drove their butts off tonight, you know. And you and AJ put up a great battle, man. I tell you, that was a good entertainment there.
Yeah, you know, it's unfortunate because I definitely felt like I had a truck to win it. I think I hit the wall. I can't remember what lap it was, but I hit the wall and I definitely lost a lot of speed off of it. Mm-hmm. So at that point, I was just playing safe and trying not to, get spun out by AJ. But I definitely, if he spun me out, I definitely would have understood. I've definitely blocked him all the way down to the apron a couple times. So
right,
it's good. But it was a good race. I'm excited. Awesome team.
Do you think the trucks are a little aero dependent here? I mean, when you hit the wall, it obviously didn't seem like it affected you because you were still continuing to battle with him. And but we've seen 2 or 3 guys tap the wall and they just kept on going. And but the draft kind of came into play here.
Definitely. When you're in the draft, it definitely makes the biggest difference. I think that's how AJ caught up to me also so quickly too. I mean, I think once you hit that wall, any little bit of damage you get, it definitely hurts the truck a little bit. Because I was keeping up with Jesse for a large part of that, and then hit the wall. Then he created separation and whatnot. So, but you learned your lesson, and I think we got Michigan next week, which I'm super pumped up about, and hopefully I can finally get my first win of the year, at Michigan. So it's up for the best.
All right, man. Well, we'll be here to see all the action, and congratulations again, and we'll see you next week.
Nah, awesome. Thank you, Tony. Thank you so much for broadcasting.
10-4, man. Good race. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
Okay, folks, and that will do it there. And we're going to let's go ahead and bring up the final results here. And we've got Jesse Thornock, your winner, Lance Hill, second, Austin Hulsey, third, David Bonnet, fourth, AJ Green, fifth, Mike Simone, sixth, and seventh, Dakota Moniz, Ryan Ferraro, eighth, Colin Forrester, ninth, Danny Cochran rounds out the top 10. Then we have Justin Barkley, 11th, Adam Elshire, 12th, Travis Eccles, 13th, Greg Moore, 14th, Gerald Space, 15th, and Gary Armijo rounds out the field in the 16th position. And as always, we thank you for joining us here at Rice Motorsports TV. And I tell you, it was a heck of a race, and just really a great show put on tonight for the whole race and stuff. And just hope you guys like, share, and subscribe, and tune in next week as we go at it once again. And for all of us at Rice Motorsports TV, we want to wish you a pleasant evening.